Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? Good lordy, is that a sign of things to come? I know right now you're looking at this temple and you're thinking, what is this about, Pimpy? Could this temple be the reason that Israel is getting attacked? Do you guys know what's going on? Because it's biblical. Anyways, this is one of the Muslims' most holiest sites right here, one of them. Keep that in mind as we move forward. Let's get into what could be holding up directly dinar, shall we? Before we get started, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I certainly do appreciate it. If you're thinking about buying gold and silver, head on over to our friends at Miles Franklin. The link will be down below in the description. When you make your purchase, make sure you use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and they'll take care of you. If you have any additional questions, you can reach us over here at this phone number or over here at this particular email. For all orders over $10,000, reach out by email and we'll make sure that you get a great deal. So come on over to Miles Franklin and add to your precious metal inventory. So what the heck is going on over in Israel? Why are they being attacked? What is causing all the tension over there in the Middle East? Well, you notice that Muslim temple is right here. And this is a mountain of olive trees. Well, come to find out, there's Bible prophecy that talks about when the Jewish people sacrifice the red heifer, they have to destroy this temple. The people over in Israel were nice enough to show the whole world that they had the red heifers. And that could have triggered all these attacks. I believe this is where the sacrifice is supposed to take place. And then the new temple they build is on top of the old temple. So the Jewish temple that they need to build, the third one, is going to come right here. We're talking about end of times shit is what we're talking about. The apocalypse. So I think it's interesting that all these countries are going after Israel. Well, you have the people in Gaza. You have people in Lebanon, the Houthis, the Yemen, Pakistan. Iran just launched missiles over there. Could this be a coincidence or what? So what do Texan red heifers have to do with Al-Aqsa and the Jewish temple? Temple Movements plans to sacrifice the cattle, seen as a step towards its goal in building the third temple over the Al-Aqsa Mosque. Now, in the Bible, what's it say is going to happen? That all the nations would do what? Attack Israel. What do you think is going to happen if they take down this mosque? So take a look at what's all around them. These countries are majority Muslim. And then these other ones are at least 50% or just a little over 50% Muslim. And look where Israel is, right over here. If all these people consider that mosque as a holy site, what do you think is going to happen if Israel destroys it? Nations will attack Israel. Isn't that what the Bible says? It's supposed to be the ramp for the sacrifice. So they've already built it. They've got the red heifers. Now the funny thing is there's a strict diet. They have to look a strict way. There can't be any blemishes on the red heifer. One of them had like a little bug on it or a blemish or whatever. And they got rid of it. So there are 5 left over. Where the heifers are staying are highly, highly guarded. And they're checked every single day to make sure they're flawless. So these heifers have come from halfway across the world and are kept under tight security and raised according to the strictest rules. They are 5 pure red heifers without blemishes who have never worked, given birth, been milked, or worn a yoke. These red heifers and the archaic ritual, they were brought to Israel for the stand at the heart of the convoluted efforts by a segment of ultra-transnationalist Jews to destroy the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound, the third holiest site in Islam that has stood on the hill in the old city of Jerusalem for more than 1,000 years and replaced it with the third temple. So they're getting rid of the Muslim temple and replace it with the Jewish temple. That's why there is so much tension over there in the Middle East. So when do they plan on doing this? April 24th. There is a timeline that the Jewish people are following, and that's why you're seeing so much civil unrest, because they literally told the world they were going to do it. There are indications that the temple movement is preparing to sacrifice a red heifer with the support of the Israel government, according to the Israeli NGO. See, like this, that can't be on the cows. It has to be without a blemish. It said, this is the first time in nearly 2,000 years a successful red heifer has come about. It is still our opinion the first successful red heifer sacrifice will take place in the spring of 2024 around the Passover to Pentecost time frame. We believe God is going to reveal himself through the efforts of this future event. It is truly a sign of times, most especially for the Jews in Israel. Now, this is supposed to bring God about for the Jewish people. But for a lot of other people, they believe it's the coming of the Antichrist. So if you remember the other day, I did a video about this weird thing that popped up in the ocean. And I was wondering if anybody knew what it was. Was this an underwater spacecraft? What was it? You guys remember that? So this is April the 9th when it first popped up. See it? Then it grows. The weird thing is, on top of this anomaly, there's these 80-foot waves. On the national buoy data I showed you at the same time, something caused the buoy to drop 6,000 feet. And then it disappears. But here's something I did not know. February 21st. Yes, look again. So it happened before April. This is in February. Remember they tried to say, oh, it's a glitch to the system. It wasn't working. That's why you've seen this. And then they removed the wave thing. But you can just go to see and see it. So the anomaly is there on the 21st and 22nd. Crazy. Still 80-foot waves. There's the 23rd. It's still going. '24th. 25th. 26th. Now, the weird thing is nobody reported any tsunamis over here. So what the hell is that? Well, we might have an answer. And for the record, some of you might not know this. CERN has been opening up dimensions. They know how to open up 6 of them. String theory intriguingly suggests that 6 more dimensions exist, but are somehow hidden from our senses. Nope, they've already made it now. They know how to open up all 6 of them. Now, why is that a big deal? Because at the same time that weird things showed up in the water is when they were opening up the dimensions. They've already brought over what they call the God particle and the ghost particle. Yeah, a ghost particle. So here they are opening up 6 different dimensions, playing around with them. So we know they did one on the 21st, where that first anomaly was. And then they were supposed to do something on April the 8th. It actually got moved to April the 9th. CERN to test world's most powerful particle accelerator during April's solar eclipse. Remember, they didn't do it on the 8th, not during the eclipse. They said, no, we had to wait till the next day. So they did it on the 9th, when that anomaly showed up in the water, to search for invisible matter that secretly powers our universe. But people believe what they're doing is they're opening up these dimensions, and those dimensions are allowing in the beast. For those people talk about the apocalypse, it's tied into the red heifers, tied into CERN. So if they sacrifice these heifers, that is to start the beginning of the apocalypse. So Revelations talks about the 7 seals and the 4 horsemen, right? The first one is the white horse, emerges and spreads of pathogens and a new and reoccurring vector-borne diseases. The West Nile vial, Lyme's disease, or how about the coronavirus? Because the rider of the white horse wears a crown, corona, food and waterborne diseases. We're seeing all that now. The second seal is the red horse. Peace removed, violence breaks out. See right here? Has a bow, given a crown, went out conquering. What was conquering? The crown, the coronavirus. Here's the red horse, right? Resource conflict, competition for resource rights, land dispute, security threats, disruption of utilities and telecommunications, destabilization of military installations. We're seeing all that happen now. Remember, they keep claiming we're getting hacked and all that lovely good stuff. The third seal is the black horse. Balanced scales, huge inflation, oil and wine spared, species endangerment and extinction, biodiversity loss, habitat loss, catastrophic loss events, extreme weather events, heat-related mortality and morbidity, respiratory illnesses, skin cancer. Isn't that what we're going through now? The pale horse. Death has Hades with him. 1/4 of the earth killed with the sword. Famine, death, beast. Resource scarcity, drought, loss of arable land, rising food costs, food insecurities. Isn't that what we're going through right now, you guys? Isn't that watching the World Economic Forum and them evil bastards taking away farms from people overseas, claiming that every one of our livestock have some kind of funky disease, so they got to put them down? No cows, no chickens, no fowls, no turkeys, nothing. Taking away the farmland, claiming that the fertilizer is causing CO2 in the air. Do you understand what they're pushing us through? We're dealing with some real satanic people, you guys, and they're helping push us through. So has their actions been predicted by the Bible? It sure seems that way. The fifth seal, martyrs cry out, how long? Not until a number of the breathing to be killed is complete. Earthquakes, sun darkness. Sun darkness, like the eclipse we just had. Moon turns red. Stars fall. Skies recede. The seventh seal, heaven silent about half hour. So is that really what's going on? The people over there are aware of the Bible prophecies, and the Muslims are trying to save their mosque. And you have Israel, who's aware of this, and they're getting ready to sacrifice the heifer on the 24th and go ahead and tear this mosque down so they could build their third temple. We're going to know real soon. I'm curious to see what you guys think. So if we keep all that in mind, when do you think the dinar is going to revalue? Anyways, let me know what you think. I look forward to your comments. I'll catch you later. I'm out.